Hello, hello, and hello to all of my Sagittarius. This is Queen Moon Ra coming to you with your Motivational Monday video. Let's get right into it. Monday, the 27th of February, kicks off the first quarter moon in Gemini. Just so you all know. And Gemini is a changeable sign. We're not talking about any Geminis that you know. We're not talking about a person. We're talking about the zodiac sign that is ruled by Mercury. It's sort of a time traveler. It loves to absorb energy. It likes to learn. It's a very playful zodiac sign. It's very creative. It's very curious. It's very interested. It's hungry for life. And so this week, make it that. Make it playful. Make it learning something new about your purpose. Like, why are you here on earth, right? All that other stuff is, you know what, if cycles are closed out, I'm releasing everybody in love, I'm forgiving everybody, and I'm moving on. So let's get into it. Let's see what your cards have to say, Sagittarius. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's go. And for anybody who somebody asked me a question, is why was Sagittarius videos, some of your videos, shorter than some of the other signs? I don't want you all to compare, because some signs are I noticed that. Let me just say this: all of my readings are spirit led. So whatever messages source wants me to get to you, I'm getting the message to you, and that's it, right? So I'm not going to just extend it just to say the same thing over and over and over again. So just so everybody knows ahead of time, whatever messages source is sending through me to give to you all, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I have every zodiac sign in my birth chart, so there's no discrimination whatsoever. So as I am reading your cards, I'm also speaking to that part of the my planetary alignment as well in my birth chart. So let's do it. Let's see what these cards have to say. Let's try to keep it high vibrational and keep it as fun as possible. Get whatever message resonates with you. Hopefully the messages resonate with you, but only take what resonates with you, and all the rest of it, share with somebody else. Here we go. All right. I'm talking to you if you have Sagittarius anywhere in your chart, not just your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Also, if Sagittarius is your MC or IC, I am talking to that part of you as well. Here we go. Let's see. So we have the King of Wands, and I'm going to show you these cards. I'm going to pull these up so you can see them. We have the King of Wands. We also have the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups. We also have the Hierophant card and the World card. And we also have the Page of Swords. So it looks like emotionally something is pulling somebody back to their past, and which is not surprising. It's not surprising, because as we get closer and closer to the full moon, things come back up, they resurface. It's like turning on the bright light in your house, and now you're seeing things you didn't even recognize you saw. Like you saw a piece of lint on the carpet, or you see dust in a part of the floor. You're like, oh my, I didn't even realize that was dusty over there, or whatever. Or I see cobwebs and stuff that you didn't see. That's what the full moon does with our spirit. It fully illuminates our spirit, giving us an opportunity to look at every placement, in your birth chart, all those planetary placements, your moon sign, your rising or ascendant, your whatever your sign is in Pluto, Saturn, all those other placements, right? And so it looks like somebody is in a position to inspire a lot of people, Sagittarius. So that's where your primary focus is. And so this is not connected to necessarily a job title per se, but it's more or less like I motivate people. I help people to find the confidence within themselves. I help people with mental clarity. Like I help them to see things a lot clearer. So you all could be an excellent guide, and so that could be taken to any job. That can be used in any job title, whether you are a stylist, whether you work for the government, whatever. Because I know I have soul tribes all over the world. So in your government, in your state, local office, corporate, whatever country or continent you're on or whatever. So remember that as you're closing out cycles, and getting a lot more serious, because this is attached to Saturn. Saturn is a very serious planet, right? It's a planet of duty, responsibility, accountability, all those things, right? So as you're learning how to balance out your own life, this card right here is attached to Venus. somebody may have closed something out with a Taurus, or somebody who's on the cusp of a Taurus, like a Taurus who's on the cusp of Aries, or a Taurus that's on the cusp of Gemini. You may have closed out something with somebody where you felt like, okay, when their energy was draining for me. You could have also closed out something with an organization. It could have been a church, a job, or something that you felt like, okay, when I look at internally, I don't feel pleased, and it's not something that I absolutely love. Okay, so whatever that is that keeps pulling you back emotionally to it, you're focusing on what nurtures your spirit. So here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about your soulmate energy. You first have to know what nurtures your soul, right? And so how do you find out what nurtures your soul? Like I tell everybody, for your birth chart. Because you could be a Sagittarius and your friend can be a Sagittarius, but your birth charts could look significantly different. Your moon signs could be different. Mercury, Venus, Uranus, Pluto, all the other, Neptune could be totally different, right? So how you respond to things may be different than or what nurtures your spirit may be totally different than what nurtures their spirit. So pull your birth chart, find out exactly what your moon sign is, exactly what nurtures you, and so that I see this anxiety that you may have been feeling about something that you had to close out a circle. Close out a circle and a cycle actually, with the anxiety is going away. Okay, so that you're not stressed out over it. That's why these moon phases and these moon cycles are important, and that's why I incorporate them in my readings, because I want you to understand not just what's going on with you, but what's going on with your colleagues, your family members, what's going on with people you come across in general. So this first quarter moon that kicks off on the 27th of February is in Gemini, excuse me, is in the zodiac sign Gemini. So when you'll know you landed on the bright side of the moon in Gemini when you feel more versatile, witty, charming, lively, and amusing. But in contrast, right? This is why I tell people you can't make it all about you, because these moon phases affect people. It affects our feelings, subconscious habits, moods, emotions, and that kind of thing. You'll know, in contrast, people who landed on the dark side of the moon because they're more disorganized, inconsistent, superficial, cunning, manipulative, right? And so when you notice that, whether it's in your colleagues, family members, or whomever, you'll go, okay, I see exactly what she's talking about these moon phases. And I try to keep everybody, apprised, abreast of what's to come. And so I'm going to run down the questions that I gave you all, everybody, on the 18th or the 19th, last Sunday. I'm going to run back those questions and make sure everybody has something to focus on this week, other than what else is going on in other people's lives, so that you don't assume the worst about anything. Here we have the Justice card. So it looks like you may have closed out a cycle with an organization or something like that, like you may have severed ties. So these two cards right here have in common. This is Libra, this is Taurus. They have the zodiac sign Venus in common. So you may have severed ties with an organization. You may have severed ties with an organization. Could be a job, a church, or any kind of organization, right? Or a person, place, or thing. And whatever you did, I'm seeing, like I said, somebody is celebrating something. So congratulations in advance. You could be celebrating a win, a win against I'm saying that somebody could have like a EEO complaint or something like that, or something having to do with a job or whatever. But I'm saying in advance, you should be thanking Source in advance. Something is over with. It's done. All right. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles lets me know that creatively, Source is trying to get somebody to make room for at least 8 streams of income. So you got to look at your entire universe, Sagittarius, and see if there's anything that is weighing you down, that's blocking that. And so let this full moon, let these moon phases help you, so you're not feeling like, oh my God, I don't know what it is, and I'm assuming the worst, and I'm feeling antsy. Full moon energy, especially for fire signs, is like a full tank of gas about to just pour over. So that fire is becoming even more intense, but so is your intuition, and that's God's messages coming through you clearly. So again, you inspiring people is going to bring more money across your path. Do not lose focus. Do not lose focus. Do not lose focus. So So like I said before, any anxiety about anything else, like I said, is going to go away. It's going to go away. Just focus on closing out cycles and moving forward, and just move forward. Here we have the Ace of Wands. Somebody's third eye is wide open. King of Wands came out twice, again further reiterating somebody's purpose. Pay attention. Somebody's purpose is to inspire people, to help them find the light or the flame within them. And if you realize, Sagittarius, that there's some people who you helping them to find the light or flame within them is dimming your light. And I don't mean like in a competitive way at all, but you feel like every time I keep trying to motivate the person, they're not getting motivated. I keep trying and trying and trying. It's exhausting me. Now I'm starting to get frustrated. They're coming across as resentful or unappreciative. It's time to go ahead and close out the cycle in love. Everything in love. Close it out in love, right? So again, Page of Wands. So again, letting me know a new flame, a new light has been lit. Like you have new ideas coming across your path. Like, you know what? I didn't, there's options. There's ways to close out cycles without people burning each other with scathing words to each other or behind their backs. So let's see what else we got going on here. So yeah, so this Justice card, whether it's court justice or not, the fact that you are weighing your, like this, your personal life and your professional life. If one side is heavier than the other, okay, I need to look at the one that's heavier, that's a distraction for me, and I need to go ahead and decide, what do I need to part ways with? Are my emotions causing it to be heavy? Are my assumptions causing it to be heavy? What is causing it to be heavy, so I can move on with that? So let's see what else we have here. Here are the questions for you. Like I said, I gave everybody these questions back on the 18th and 19th, and I'm giving everybody the same questions. And so here are the questions. Do you feel there's an area in your life that in need of radical change, whether it's your work, your relationship, well-being, home? Second question is, what is getting in the way of you changing your story, right? Third question is, how could you inject more childlike curiosity into your life? And last but not least, or who are the 5 people that you can get in touch with that could help you on your journey? And so 5 people don't necessarily mean that you can call them. It could be somebody who influences you on social media. That could be a person. Here we have La Luna. Here we have the High Priestess. We have 7 of Wands, 9 of Wands, discipline, and also wisdom. So yeah, there's a lot. So something in somebody's past was overwhelming. Like when you thought about it emotionally, it was just draining. There could have been it was already sort of a shaky situation to begin with. And if something came out, like somebody talked about you behind your back and you found out about it, or there was some secrets that you weren't aware of or whatever that source made you aware of, it could have been overwhelming. But again, now that you are wiser, you're exhibiting a great deal of discipline, and now it's time for you to move on, right? Yeah, you've acquired wisdom. You don't always need to respond to things. Sometimes you just know things and just, hey, I need to move on, right? So you're on the other side of a long and arduous journey. And so long and arduous journey is not just one thing. It is multiple parts of your life. It could be from your childhood all the way up to your adulthood. It's like, why do I keep getting burned? Why do I keep exhausting myself? And without feeling like, how am I learning the lesson here? Like, what is happening? So High Priestess energy is, this is connected to the moon. And so I know this right here says La Luna, which is the moon. But High Priestess energy is like psychic energy. And so if anything is getting in the way of you, where you feel like it's emotionally weighing you down, Source is saying, instead of you just going along with the flow, Sagittarius, get disciplined and decide, I need to remove something off of one of these scales, so that it's one of these bowls right here, and so I'm not overwhelmed emotionally, and I can create a life that I absolutely love, like healthy work-life balance, right? So I can create that for myself. And then we have the 7 of Wands. So I do see somebody being able to defend their decision to move on from something without coming across as defensive. Again, you feel motivated, you feel charismatic, you feel happy, free, you feel almost like you can levitate without certain energies in your life, and that's exactly how you should feel. So that's why you want to move on from some things, and not get frustrated when it's time to close out cycles. People, I tell everybody all the time, Sagittarius, that everything doesn't have to be dramatic or traumatic. Everything doesn't have to feel like, oh gosh, this is the end of the world and I'm just kicking and screaming to go, on my way to the next cycle. It doesn't have to feel that way. Again, once you know something and you decide, hey, I need to move on, and that's what I'm going to do. Here we have the Seven of Swords, the King of Wands, the Devil card, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and also the Seven of Wands. Let's see the Seven of Wands before. Yep, right here. So see how this person is meditating? I see you doing a discipline, some kind of a routine, sitting down, meditating. Like I said, some kind of a discipline where you see yourselves just moving on, not responding to every little thing. Like I gotta respond, I gotta speak on every little thing. Instead, you're putting that same fire in your business. Putting that same fire in your business and making a lot of money from it. Everything doesn't need a response. Matter of fact, that fire can end up turning around and burning you and burning right through your money, because now people don't trust you. People don't feel motivated around you. They don't feel like they can be their complete self. They think you're recording conversations. They don't trust you because of how you may have responded to being burned by other people. So they look at you as like a person who is in their own personal hell, and that's not what you want. It's not like you're trying to create some kind of a false image or anything like that. But like I said, you can always get some water to calm this fire down here. There's a lot of fire here where it could come across as bullying or easily enraged or short-circuited or frustrated easily. And so you shouldn't give anybody that much power. Or anybody the power to do that. So listening to sacral chakra music can do it, swimming, anything having to do with water, to flush out that or calm that fire down, so you can get recentered and focused on putting your flame towards being motivated, confident, all those things, getting your solar plexus chakra in alignment. So the devil is the only energy that would be happy to see you lose it and go off and not being able to control yourself, especially if you feel like you're tired of people manipulating you or lying on you or lying to you or that kind of thing. So Seven of Swords energy. Again, the anxiety about something is you decided to move on. Somebody feels happy, charismatic, and free to be able to move on. So let's get ready to move to closing out your reading. But again, like I said, whatever cycles that you've decided to close and move on from, exhibit a great deal of discipline. That's what I'm saying here in your cards, because the only energy that would be happy to see your legacy burn to a crisp is the devil. And you may think is other people, but remember, this devil energy actually metaphysically represents fear. It represents doubt. It represents uncertainty about your own future. And so and that energy loves company. So if you are flame torching people, and you're upset and frustrated and impatient and assuming the worst about everything, you're going to always attract those types of energy. But guess what? It's messing up your own legacy. It's messing up your own money, and it's slowing up things. So be very careful with that. So prosperity lies ahead. So you have to determine when you see your prosperity. We got Taurus again right here. Taurus here, Taurus here. But Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. So you can create a life that you absolutely love and that you're pleased with without blowtorching people or getting frustrated or easily angered or that kind of thing. So stay focused. Stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. So you have all the questions for this week. That was the questions for first quarter moon in Gemini. And then here we have connect with crystals. The number 11 symbolizes light. It represents getting off the fence, taking some kind of action, and stepping into your own light, not waiting for something else to happen before you something else to fire you up. You are saying, you know what, I'm motivated to stay in my light. Sometimes it's good to just know things and just move on from it. It's not, I don't always need to respond to everything. So you're not going back through this long and arduous journey that you've already come out of. You're not repeating cycles. Prosperity, that's right. Everything is dripping with prosperity. Again, somebody could have been burning through their own reputation, their own their own root chakra. So when we talk about root chakra, we're talking about the element of earth. That's your security, that's your stability, that's career success, that is family, that's physical existence of things, right? You don't want to burn through things that you're trying to build up. When you have fire at your that's your element that you're in. You can be warm spirited. Sometimes again, you can just know certain things about things. You can be upset, but it's like, you know what? Let me go harder. Let me be better. I don't have to just blow towards people of just being such a haste that it comes across as a person who is impatient and rude and angry and frustrated, and now I'm burning my own money that I work so hard to earn. So prosperity. I am determined to win. I am diligent. I am defeating the odds. I am warrior strong. I summon my highest self to take control today. I invest my time wisely. I am persistent. That is what I have for you. I will see you all on Midweek Wednesday. Bye.